Today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
This is Herflow from Hot 702.5 FM. Las Vegas, looking for a winner-takes-all way to burn off that extra energy? Welcome to Bouncy World, the ultimate climate-controlled indoor playground. We're stacking the deck with specials all week long. Cool off with Frosty Tuesdays featuring ice-cold treats for the kids, then join us for free popcorn Thursdays, because nothing beats a salty snack after a giant bounce. And at Bouncy World, we believe every child deserves their moment to soar. Join us every Sunday from 9 to 11 a.m. for Sensory Sundays. We dim the lights and turn off the music to create a calm, inclusive space designed specifically for our newer, diverse community. At Bouncy World, we fly high. From high-flying fun to inclusive play, we've got it all. Visit us at bouncyworldlv.com to book your party or check our open play hours. Bouncy World, jump into the fun today.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J. Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
We in the building, Young Frozen Click Bangers. It's a beautiful day. It's 86 degrees is what it's gonna be. I mean, barbecue, summer dresses, toes looking nice. If your toes ain't nice, don't show them to people. Please. I'm on my ish. Your feet gotta be nice, otherwise we can't talk to you.
Nope.
And I don't mean cute, because you ain't in control of that, but I mean taken care of. Hey, what up, boy? We in the building.
What up?
We here. I got on my AI jersey again for the rest of y'all. Georgetown this time. Blue and gray like the neighborhood. Suge got on blue and gray like the cowgirl.
The Cowboys. Read my shirt, we still them boys.
Our guest running late, but when he get here, we gonna be great. Until then, Suge and I gonna talk about these playoffs.
We gonna talk about these playoffs.
Hey, in the background, you hear the soulful sounds of Knox Prime on a beat, a.k.a. a caveman and Desert Mob on the track rapping. Rest in peace to my brother. Shout out to Red, everybody that supported. Shout out to y'all. Have you ever seen $1 million in a shoebox? Oh, he said 100 G's. $1 million wouldn't fit.
Some people ain't seen 100 G's. That's 100,000.
2 cots, please. Yeah, we in the building. So let's get into this sports.
Welcome back, everybody. You are tuned into the Undrafted Allstarz Sports Show. I'm your host, Big Sugar, a.k.a. Sugar Doja, the Great, a.k.a. Mr. Tell your friends about me with my bro host.
Q Mecca, 2 texts up. You know, tragic gon' hold you down. My baseball sound. What up, man? Playoffs is crazy.
That Piston comeback last night, man.
That was the craziest. I was like, Pistons trying to go home. Y'all trying to lose to an 8 seed?
An 8 seed is a 1 seed.
That ain't happened since Golden State with Steven Jackson and Baron Davis and them.
Yeah.
Beat Dirt. I think it was Dirt. I think it was Dallas. I remember that because I got one homeboy that's a Golden State fan.
I think the Knicks did it some years ago with Sprewell and Houston.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they beat Miami. Alonzo Mourning, they were number 1. Knicks number 8. Knicks won the championship that year. They lost, though. But they went to the NBA championship that year. The only 2 times I remember 8 making it. Pistons.
Yeah. Pistons great comeback. Y'all need help, though. Listen, I watched the game. K is a baller. The rest of them is role players. They good enough to win in the regular season. Regular season basketball is different than postseason basketball because they focus on your weaknesses and your players around you weaknesses. So, in the playoffs, they like blitz K, make him pass the ball to any of these other 4 dudes.
Right.
They ain't used to having the ball. They ain't used to making decisions. They ain't used to creating. So, it's hard. He need another guy.
All right.
He need another guy like a KD or I don't know who's else. Giannis, I don't know, somebody. He needs somebody that's going to help take the pressure off him. They can't just blitz him and then just think, oh, y'all other guys got to feel it.
Yeah.
Because the whole series, the other team, who they playing again? They playing
The Magic.
The Magic. The Magic had looked like a better team.
The Magic came in through the play-in game, right?
Yeah, Magic came into the play-in for sure. Paolo. What his name is? Paolo.
Banchero.
What kind of name is that? He Hispanic?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm guessing so.
He looked like my boy Keith.
He
Boy,
had
that's
the
your twin.
17 last night. Suggs had. Suggs had 7, 1 from 10 from the
Suggs had a
field.
bad game. Sometimes it'll be a bad game.
Kane had 3. Black had 8. He started too. Banchero and Bang had 17. But check this out. They got 11 points in the third, 8 in the fourth. They got 19 points in the whole second half.
Yeah, that was crazy. Was that defense or bad shooting or both? Hey.
Or sports betting.
I forgot. You gotta add
sports betting.
You got to add a third element into this joint now because betting has done something to the game.
Like,
we
come
used
on,
to
man.
Betting has done something to the game. I don't know what it's done, but it ain't good.
I think they got the referees back in on it.
Refs. Let me be a
Stuff
ref.
like that.
If I'm gonna be a ref, I'm gonna be honest. The Niners gonna win instead of losing to the Chiefs. If I'm the ref, the Niners gonna win. That's all. The Cowboys probably gonna lose.
Everybody bet the Niners. That's why they lost.
Oh, we got a guest.
Uh-oh.
He fashionably unearly. Look. But he was busy. He told me, hey, I got things happening in life sometimes.
He's busy.
What up, boy? What's your name? Introduce your name to the people. As soon as E turn your mic up, she like, cut his mic. He a Niner fan. We winners in here. It's 2 winners and 2 unwinners. You ready?
Yeah, man.
All right, what up? We got our special guest here, the entrepreneur. I was about to say
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, businessman.
Like
we
that.
went to the same school. We from the same neighborhood.
Sure.
How you doing, Devin Moore? What up, boy?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for having me.
Thanks
What
for
up,
coming,
man?
bro.
Thanks
I'm
for
not
coming.
used to, speaking on such a esteemed platform, so
Appreciate that.
I'm a little bit, nervous about all this.
Don't be nervous. We talking sports and we talking about what you be doing in the city. We trying to big up all the city entrepreneurs here.
Oh, right on.
We gonna
That's
have
dope.
all of y'all on here
Yeah.
that's willing to come. So tell the people about yourself, where you from, which
Sure.
those things, and then what you do.
Well, as you mentioned, I'm a Vegas native and proud 49er fan.
Bang bang.
Had I known I was going to be sitting across from
You knew.
a historic.
Stop
I
it.
didn't know you was going to represent so hard today. I thought you would kind of, represent you more than them. But
Still.
yeah, I'm, Vegas born and bred, and as much as I don't own the city, I like to claim ownership of it and do my best to contribute the things that I think it deserves and it should have. For our community, being Black folks especially, not limited to, but definitely in priority of, so that we can enjoy all the fruits of labor that was given before us. So
Right on.
Is that your? I'm trying to impress the lady's voice.
no, not at all. It's me just attempting to relax in such an environment around.
You don't got to impress the
Brothers and
ladies,
such.
but I ain't mad at you. But so you say you from Vegas.
What you mean I say?
used to
I
play-
am.
You used to play basketball.
Use the ball?
I still do.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Kind of old to be playing. I pull a hamstring at work.
Yeah, man, I run you a little bit.
These kids don't pass the ball no more.
I'm not playing with these kids.
Granted, it'll take me about 2 weeks to recover.
Exactly. That's
but
what I
can
mean.
Get on there and
See, I got a job.
just a little bit.
You an entrepreneur. I got to go to work. They gonna be like, what you doing? You got hurt doing what? What?
I got a job too.
You close to 50 and you doing, they gonna look at me crazy. And I'm be like,
You close to 50?
My mind close. Not Suge past 50.
Right.
E38 close to 50 and you is too.
Wow.
Oh, I mean boss lady. I don't know no E38. Somebody calling in. Hold on, we got a caller, y'all.
Who is calling?
Look like
right
another
now? We got a
cowgirl
guest.
fan. Let's see. Hello, caller. How are you doing?
Yo, what up, fellas?
What's going on, brother? What's your name and where you from and what you do?
C4 Nate from the 618, East St. Louis finest.
What's up, boy?
We heard the girls in East St. Louis was dusty.
That's on St. Louis side.
Wait a minute.
St. Louis side.
Wait, what?
I'm lying.
St.
I'm
Louis side,
joking.
huh?
I'm joking, girls from East St.
that's
Louis.
for real. They
I
be
love
good.
y'all.
You know they'll pull up.
Right. They'd be like, what? I met
East
one.
side, East side. The girls on the East side, they fight, and they don't fight fair. They hit you with a lock, stab you, all of that.
That's why you left. You came to Vegas like, I ain't fighting no more girls with locks.
No, I left because them young cats out there blowing up gas stations, shooting at dudes over $20 debts.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd have left, too. Hey, prayers and thoughts. Thoughts and prayers for those people in East St. Louis and all
That
places, Gaza and everywhere where death is going on. Thoughts and prayers to y'all. Now, what's happening, bro? You called in to tell us what? Cowboys going to win 6 games this year or 7?
8.
7? Dude, what are you talking about? The Cowboys are going to win 10 games easy.
I ain't mad at that. I looked at our
10
schedule.
games easy.
We play all this year.
And
so
you can book it.
You know Suge going to be wearing the 49 jersey. That's custom. Every time we play,
I don't think you're going to do it this year.
We betting again.
I know.
That gonna make up for it this time.
Didn't we have a bet in
put-
that you
look.
bowed out of?
Look,
Yeah,
I'm
we
going to put
bowed
it to
out.
you like this. I'm in on the bet.
You going to wear a jersey too?
I don't think they're going to lose.
But if they do, you going to wear a jersey.
No.
I don't care what you think. Yeah, I'll just let you. Look,
I'm-
Suge
look.
can wear the jersey, you wear the hat. And then y'all will be like dumb
But I
and dumber.
don't, but when we win, you wear the jersey and the hat.
Bet. I'm with it.
Get your
All right.
inches
I'm
medium.
used to winning. I think Suge done wore a jersey at least 3 years.
I think I won three times.
Three times. In the
They
last
cheated
4
all
years.
them years, so we can't count that.
Amen. Let me down.
But what's going
Yo,
on,
I
brother? I'm
got
glad
a
you called.
couple fire bets for y'all for today.
Oh snap! Fire your bets.
Fire bets in early. What is they?
Fire bets in early, and they later games, so you got time.
Go ahead.
All right, we're going to start off with the over on the Cardinals and Dodgers first 5 innings. The over is 4.5 right now currently, minus 120.
Okay.
Next, we got the over first 5 innings on the Texas Rangers and the Detroit Tigers. Over is 4.5, minus 120. And the last one is a little early. It's 1 o'clock, so you still got time. Those other two come on at 4. The third one come on at 1. We're going to take the over first 5 innings on the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. 4.5, $1.20. You know the deal.
Bet. Those the C4 fire bets.
3 first halves. Overs.
Three
All
first
first
half.
halves. He trying to get money
Get
fast.
in, get them early.
He trying to get money early.
Right.
Sometimes it'll work
Get
out.
in, get 'em
Sometimes
early.
you'll be mad.
Cardinals, Dodgers,
By
Reds.
the time you drunk at the Leagues Festival, you've been paid.
All right, you got anything else? What you think about these playoffs?
It's interesting, man.
Lakers
Playoffs
won.
are interesting. If you look and you starting to see blowouts, but they're also defensively presence blowouts. It's kind of similar to like how the blowouts would be back in the 90s. Because for a long time, there's been teams that ain't even scored 80 points in a game. When the last time you seen that in the playoffs?
Yeah, that's
That
different.
typically don't happen. But with that being said in mind, my Lakers about to get ready and get their ass whooped this next series. Look, it just is what it is.
If they could,
that Houston team had a little struggles and still don't have the experience in the playoffs like they need. So they got by this time, but I don't think they're gonna make it this next round.
So you think they're gonna get swept?
No, I ain't really swept.
Oh, I was about to say, boy, you better have more faith.
They ain't gonna be swept, but they're gonna probably win one.
If Luka there, they're gonna win 2. If not, they might win 1 in the possible.
If Luka's there,
y'all could probably win.
They
3.
might be able to make it to 6 games.
I'll say, I agree.
So you saying they're not making it past OKC? No, regardless.
Yeah, he said no.
No, they're not making it past up. Not at all.
I agree.
Okay.
And if anybody says otherwise, I got a bridge. I'll sell them right now.
You think it's gonna be a sweep?
I ain't gonna be.
You a Laker fan
At least a gentleman. I am. At least a gentleman.
So both Laker fans.
That's what I see.
I feel you. I like that about you.
Know what I'm saying? Because it's like
definitely a gentleman's sweep.
That's what I think. They probably can get 1.
I don't know.
I got the Spurs getting past the Timberwolves.
You Lakers?
Yeah.
What you think?
Everybody a Laker fan here except me. I'm a Kobe fan, but
yeah,
I like LeBron. I ain't mad at the Lakers. I don't hate them. But what you think, Dev?
They just don't have what it takes to beat OKC.
I think they're going to win at least 3.
3 games?
I do.
3?
Is that a heart or your head?
No, that's a head thought, bro. I really do.
Why?
Boss lady said they going to the
I think that
Boss lady said they winning it. That's her heart.
They winning the ship.
She said in 7, but Boss lady, that's her heart.
2 minimum on.
I mean, y'all sound like what the media said when it came to the Houston playoffs too, though.
That's true. But the OKC and Houston.
Granted, there is a big gap between the two teams,
already.
but the LA defense has really stepped up. I think that their team bench is starting to get better. I think that with the absence of the 2 players, that other people have stepped up, and now I think they feel better being offensively active in the game. So I think that you're going to see a different game this time. Plus, OKC is down one of their key players.
Yeah. True. Williams.
That is true.
But sounds good.
They still the champs until told otherwise. So
who the champs? The Thunder.
It's still
and they played They played good together. The
Lakers
play
great together. I can't lie.
The Lakers, to me, everything Devin said is true in the Houston series. And LeBron is that dude, but he's older, and Luka coming back gonna mean less defensive. Reeves was back already.
Yeah.
So I don't see it happening.
I see it opposite. I think that now that Luka's rested, I think for the first few games that he's back, he's actually gonna be much better defensively. He went through stretches of playing really good defense. And then he went back to the, crying and asking for calls. But I think the first few games he's going to be actually pretty solid defensively. He's going to be rested. He'll have energy. And I think the team game is really focused on defense, too.
You think so?
I definitely hope so.
That's true, but I just don't see it. But that's why they play.
We got to give a shout out to JJ Redick.
For sure. I gave him one last year. I gave him one last year. Y'all didn't like him. Y'all didn't like the pick. Y'all didn't like the coaching selection. I wasn't mad at it.
I still don't.
Because JJ know basketball, bro. Like, that's one thing I do know. So, and most good coaches weren't great players. All the great coaches was mediocre players, with the exception like Lenny. Who was the best coach player? Lenny Wilkins?
Jason Kidd?
Huh? That's true.
Yeah.
It's Jason Kidd.
Well, yeah.
It might be Jason Kidd. You're right.
Kerr?
But they was all. But
Kerr was average, though.
That's what I'm saying. So was Phil Jackson.
You said no great players were good coaches.
Exactly. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, them dudes. Bill Russell might have. Maybe Bill Russell.
Bill won a championship as a player.
Maybe Bill Russell because he won as a player and a coach.
Right. But most mediocre or all-right players, which J.J. Redick are better coaches than Michael Jordan or Durant would be, or even LeBron would be.
Phil?
Yeah, he
was just average player.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think, honestly, it's sad that we lost Kobe because I think he would have been a great coach.
Nah.
I don't think so.
Kobe would have been
I think he would have broke the mold as far as being the player and the coach. Because if you look at it, he was already pretty much coaching the younger players coming in. Doing workouts with them, showing them moves, how to do this, how to avoid this. He's got the skill set to do it. I think he would have been a great coach if he was still here today.
Yeah. I don't think he would have been good at all. I think he would have put too much pressure on the players.
As a coach. because he expecting people to be him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with great players.
No, I don't think he's expecting them to be him. He's expecting people to put in the work.
Right.
That's always been Kobe's thing. If you put in
Hence
the
the
work,
breakup of
we can
the
roll
Lakers.
together.
Right. That's the thing, though.
But if you ain't putting in the work, I'm not wasting my time with you.
Yeah, but as a coach, you got to learn how to motivate, coach that up. You can't just be like, fuck, no, I ain't messing with you, because you got to coach. That's what makes a coach. That's why Larry Brown. So Larry Brown is the most, to me, he the best coach with the least amount of championships.
I can agree with that.
Because
Larry Brown was definitely that
he
dude.
coached up. He coached up teams that wasn't. He didn't have Michael Jordan, and Kobe, and Shaq, and Pippen. He didn't have all that. He just. So that's why I give Larry Brown that. He was a great coach, but coaching is a hard job, bro. And egos is big.
Yeah.
If Kobe meets somebody with an ego like his, how that's gonna work?
The way these dudes are now, nah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they sensitive too. Kobe would have been slapping these dudes. They'd have been telling their mama, "Mama, Kobe slapped me. Coach slapped me." So I don't think Kobe would have been a good coach. But the Lakers got when does their first game start? Is
Tuesday.
it Tuesday?
Yeah.
And San Antonio beat Portland. Now they got Minnesota. I think they're gonna beat Minnesota because Ant ain't there.
The Joker.
If Ant was there to be a culture. The Joker went home.
I think we're gonna see the Spurs and the Thunder for the Western Conference.
That's a good bet.
I said that in the beginning.
That's a good bet. But what do you think
That's
about?
an easy bet. I think anybody could have saw that, right?
Well, not at first.
Denver.
I think so.
Okay.
But you're right. But what? All right. But we got to talk about Denver getting out the playoffs. How does this? Listen, a lot of people saying Joker was the
MVP.
No, a top 5 greatest center. The 5 centers, it's 5 or 6 centers that I got ahead of them. All of them play defense. Even Shaq, and he's the least one that plays defense. Joker has been put out. He hasn't never beat a 50-win team. That's the first thing in the playoffs. And he's been put out the last 3 years by Ant with Julius Randle. Does that hurt his legacy? Can he be considered better than Hakeem Olajuwon?
No.
Kareem, obviously, Bill Russell, Tim Duncan, with 1 championship and more MVPs
I would consider him
than
better
all
than
of them.
David Robinson.
Can he be? Can he be considered? Where do you got Joker in the hierarchy of best centers?
Top 10,
Top
maybe
10 for
around
sure.
7 or 8.
I agree.
Yeah,
I got him like
I
8.
think that's reasonable.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
If he wins, he probably got to win a couple more championships. No, he don't need no more MVPs. He's good at that. If he wins 2 more championships,
I think we're always prisoners of our time, that we always forget the past players and the true value of what they were, because we're just looking at the person right in front of us.
True.
And now we're in a league where defense is not played as much, so you can pad the stats so much.
Facts.
Right? So now we're looking at a inflated stat line, and we're basing it off of that, which is what is MVPs. Plus, the league still has a strategy. They got to globalize it, so they got to give a lot of, let's say, a lot of international players opportunity to be the MVP. They got to vote them in so that they can keep expanding the league. So it's a political agenda that's behind it too. Why they keep getting it.
And we talked about that because we named
the
top 5 best players right now. Take away LeBron, Steph, the older guys.
Take away the older guys.
And it's
Harden.
all international players.
Yeah.
Shea, Joker,
Ant
Giannis.
was the only one.
You say who?
Ant was the only one that wasn't international. It
The
was
only
Shea,
one that
Joker,
wasn't
Giannis,
international.
Ant, and Wemby.
And Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't put the Detroit kid in there?
Okay.
No.
Hey, Cunningham?
You gonna put him before any of them?
Well, I'm saying that he's not in that.
I thought you was gonna argue maybe JT, Jason Tatum. K to
I
me
would
got to
too.
show me more. K got to show me more on a consistent
This
basis.
is his coming out
he's up
season,
and coming.
basically.
He's up and coming.
Sure.
I think we'd be disrespectful to Jason Tatum. I think we do sometimes.
I agree.
Probably because they playing Boston.
He a Celtic. The same way
Hey,
they do Bill
because
Russell.
he likes it.
He Boston and he the same color as them sugar cookies. Any dude the color of them sugar cookies, you gotta be with the exception of a
What
couple
light
of them.
skinned dude took your girl,
With
bro?
the exception of like Steph and Clay. Shout out to Clay. But yeah,
Shout out to
I think
Clay.
that what Dev said was what Kevin Durant said on a podcast.
He did. He sure did.
He said it's easier to score 30 now than when I first started because everybody outside of the paint. He's like, you beat your man one-on-one. You lay up central. He's like, when I first started, look how crowded. They showed a video when him and LeBron, when LeBron first started, when KD first started, how many people was. He's like, it's all the guys are outside of the 3-point line now. He's like, when I started, it was 6, 7 guys in the paint. You go into the hole, you getting fouled. So he said it's easier to score 30 now than it was. So what Devin said makes a lot of sense.
A lot of sense.
It's the same with football. It's quarterback and offensive orientated now. Defense got to do so much to not get a foul.
You can't hit the receivers like you used to.
Can't hit the quarter, can't do nothing. So
can't hit
they have made it easier for offense because it sells. I understand it. So like he said, it's a business. So with that said, I still think Shea's going to get the MVP this year.
And no, Joker's not a top 5 center.
And no, Joker's not a top 5 center.
He got to produce a lot more than
he
just some
do
stats.
some more, yeah. I agree with that, too. Who else? Who else playing?
Also, don't forget we had our Vegas kid that lost in the playoffs, which was on Denver, too, right? Strother.
Yes. Yep.
The Nuggets,
shout out to the Vegas representatives.
Yeah.
Right.
Was he the only one in the playoffs?
I think he was the only Vegas kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, only Vegas kid that was in the playoffs.
Shout
out to the Golden Knights too for winning.
For sure.
They won 5.
It looked like they got a chance at winning it all this year.
They always competitive.
Well,
that's all we ask for.
Once they fired their coach and they got the new coach, they've been on a run.
Yeah, sometimes they need a new voice. But who else in the playoffs?
I think
what y'all think about
different?
Boston? Boston is struggling. They looked like they was gonna blow them out. And then Tyrese Maxey said, And then Embiid came back and said, And then playoff P was playoff P. He said,
Yeah.
And Edgecombe has been struggling. He had one good game, but he learning. He a rookie.
So they're going this game 7.
It's game 7.
Yeah.
Who you got? Who y'all like? Boston or Philly?
I'm going to tell you an old saying that they said back in the 1800s. Never trust playoff game 7 because he ain't going to make it.
James Harden.
James Harden is more. I would say James Harden. Playoff P would
playoff
be
P,
close.
James Harden. Neither one of them going to do what they supposed to do in the game 7.
James Harden going to go 1 for 30, 7 turnovers. I mean, what you doing? But I'm going with Boston just because I think Boston the only team that could be OKC. But now I don't know. They missing somebody.
They can't beat
Boston.
You know what my boy tell me? Why they can't beat them? They got too many pale people on their team. He's like, too many pale people ain't gonna win nothing. He said that last year about Boston. He said it. Shout out to you, boy, for saying that. And he was right. It's probably Denver problem too.
Go, but quick question, Devin.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm hearing y'all do Big Wiss on Thursdays at Mariposa.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not know how to play, but we do have a group of about 25, 30 that come every Thursday, typically. And,
man.
Yeah, they get out. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, shit, I need to pencil myself in there.
You should. I'm sure they'd love to have you.
I most definitely will. Well, I got a little gout issue right now, so I ain't moving nowhere. That's why I ain't in the show today, but I'll definitely be that on the Thursday, man.
You sound like a Big Wiz player. Take your gout. Take your gout and burnt bacon and step.
Hey, I'll let you have that one right now. If you want to say it to my face.
Quietly.
Hey, I love you, boy.
Thanks for the call, my boy.
Thanks for calling in.
All right, man. Love y'all, man. Good talk, Devin.
Righteous.
All right, so Devin, he's segued into some. Tell us about some of the businesses that you work for, own, promote. What is it? So the people can know.
Well,
and first, we need to let you know that the studio you're at is Revive Hot 97, and it's a black-owned business.
Hot 702.5.
Hot 702. Why I say Hot 97?
I don't know. It must be that Mimosa Royale over there.
Hot 702.5, black-owned business. Hey, it's one of them too. So if y'all looking for black, well, she got a husband, so her husband come first. So it's black-owned. Ta-da.
Black female owned. You heard what she said.
I ain't agreeing with it. It's Mr. and Mrs. Banks. They the part of the Bankses now. She a Bankses girl.
You've been in the scene for a while as a promoter. Tell us about that.
I never looked at myself as a promoter.
I feel that.
I do own a marketing company that I've had 20 years. And so I've always been in the idea that we deserve better in our city, which I kind of mentioned earlier. And so I've always took personally the importance of sharing and marketing our Black-owned companies is one of the recurring things that people talk about is they don't know where Black-owned businesses are.
True.
I was in a workshop recently teaching how a lot of times Black-owned businesses don't have a dedicated budget to marketing. And so as a result, they don't have the skill either. When they don't have the skill or the budget, they don't get found. Their business life is shorter. They go out of business faster. And so I think that it's important for us to have a very vibrant, community of Black-owned businesses. One, that we can employ our own people. We can recycle dollars and obviously build wealth within that. And I think that, we have models. Atlanta is the most recent model of how they came up in our lifetime to be a phenomenal hub for Black business ownership, which then created a lot of wealth in Atlanta, which they're in the top 3 cities of the most Black millionaires currently. And then we see that moving over into Houston, where they had already had a certain level of thriving, and now they went up, where now everybody's vacationing in Houston, if you're Black, if you're going somewhere domestically, and they're moving to Houston.
They're moving to Houston, too.
And, great numbers as well as Black folks. True. So, for the city, man, I'm just so passionate about it. I think the opportunities are endless for us. We just don't work together enough to...
Facts.
Be able to pull from our brain power, our relationships, our resources, because they're not going to ask us to join the wealth explosion. We know, we're talking about sports, we know that the NBA team is but some days away, the A's is but days away. We're the number 1 tourism place in our country. But also we're a major hub in the world, and we don't capitalize on that market and that industry. It's about 130,000 Black folks that come to our city every week. 130,000+ every week, Black folks. They're spending a minimum about $37 million a week in our city. But as Black folks that live in Vegas, we're not focused on our number 1 industry. On how do we make money out of that? They're looking to spend money with us.
I think I want to say y'all, since y'all from here, spoiled.
But you too, you live here.
Well, yeah, I live here. I've been right. So I guess I'm a native, right?
Yes, you are, brother.
I've seen it change. You know what I'm saying? And I want to ask you about that. Like how Vegas has transitioned to more corporate now, right? We getting teams, like you said, and it's more corporate in a way. How even coming together as Black people, right? How did that, even them being corporate, how did that affect us moving forward? And I think it's kind of pushing us away. If you know what I'm saying.
It does. It does, because we don't have strong collective voices.
True.
We have relevant, influential individual voices, but the corporate understands that it's just you, so I don't have to listen to you as much. When you have a backing of strong groups that look like them, now it's a very different ballgame.
Gotcha.
And we have learned how to operate phenomenal on our own. We don't know how to operate as a team. We talk about sports, right? I use this all the time whenever I'm speaking, though. Wealth is a team sport. Economics is a team sport. But we keep playing solo ball.
Right.
Thinking that, I'm just going to get mine.
Right.
And the road is 10 times harder when you're playing by yourself versus being able to have a team that you're working with that can, hey, when you down, somebody's up. We all have certain relationships that the other person doesn't have. So we all bring different stuff to the table, different resources and benefits. And so we're playing what they say, you bring in a plastic knife to a gunfight. And we're really not positioning ourselves to have a strong footing in this evolving corporate game that's happening in Vegas.
Right. I can definitely understand that.
So this is, because you always ask me this on social media, because Devin is my brother, y'all. We don't always agree, but it's always respectful. I'll be like, Devin, what you saying is true, but what you do to try to get us to network, tell them about your Wednesday night Black-owned networks. Everybody come.
So I'm always
still ain't came to.
I'm always on my brother, head, because we have became too comfortable and spoiled with our phones that we no longer connect in real life. And so I'm always like, yo, bro, I hear what you're saying. But when you go come and be present in real life, because that's where relationships are truly going to build and be forwards, right? So I do a networking event at my place of operation that we acquired about 3.5 years ago. And part of what we focus on is Black group economics. Yeah. And it is very difficult to get us to look at life in the form of group economics. Right. I always paint the picture when we talk about where we spend our money, because majority of our paycheck goes to non-Black places. Example, you pay your mortgage, who is it going to? You pay your car note, who's it going to? Your utilities, your grocery bills, your insurances. You could look at probably 85% of your income or your paycheck weekly or bi-weekly or whatever, however you get paid, and majority of your paycheck is going to other folks.
Even your fund white folks is going to other folks.
A lot of times,
yeah.
Right.
So you got about 10%, 12% discretionary funds available. Where's it going? So now, I always say Black businesses don't have a base like every other culture. If you're Indian, if you're Filipino, if you're Korean, if you're Iranian, you can go on with it. Yeah. They all have their base of their own people. Black business, Black community is the only group that doesn't have a base, because we're the number one base of white people. Right. Majority of our income goes back to them. And we're not consciously aware of our spending, even with the 10%, because the only guarantee that Black folks get, Black women go get their hair did at Black women, but Black men now only 85% are going to Black barbers, 15% are going to Latino barbers, because it's a culture thing now. The Latino came in; they're part of the hip hop culture and underground. Yeah. So now they're cutting in barbers and barbershops that are culturally diverse. Right. So we're okay with, hey, all right, you should come out here, give me a good cut, cool. So we don't have that locked up even. Outside of that, we may go to a Black restaurant maybe once every few weeks.
True.
I try to go every week.
So where does our money go?
That because it's like, speaking of that, like those people, Iranians, like you said, all those people, they go to their own restaurants and their own businesses. So they recycle their money into their own businesses. We don't.
And they hire their own people.
That's what I always
we
say.
Hire. We say, hey, Rainbow, come on. I literally was on the phone with a business owner this morning, and she was really going through some stuff. She was like, I love hiring our people. Come on. But.
And we know what the cut is.
And I have to contextualize it. I say, let's be honest, white people fire white people a lot too. White people steal from white people with their businesses a lot too. Sometimes we lose thought of that because of what we're going through in the immediate.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, it's tough dealing with humans.
Human beings. You always say that.
That's a fact.
Right?
That is a fact.
So when we begin to just understand that, hey, and this is the other part of it. I was telling someone else, we have to make sure we're raising our children and our family and our community to be better supporters and workers, right? America understood, let's create an environment where we educate our people to work for our businesses. So when you go to what's the place called? Chick-fil-A, right? They have a system where everybody is great.
They are great.
Everybody.
They spent 7 figures on a training program.
That's what we need to do.
We don't have the capital to do that as individual business owners.
Right. Facts.
Nor do we have large organizations that are Black that say, okay, we have one
support us
that we can teach you how to make sure you have a great training program for your businesses. So one of the number one complaints outside of not finding Black business is the service.
Customer service.
You never really, you say in Atlanta, Houston, you hear about prices. But for the most part, you don't hear about pricing in other markets. But in every market, you hear about customer service. And that's something that we really have not overcome, because a lot of our community just doesn't come with a certain hospitality mindset. And that's not just a West Coast thing. That's all around the country.
That's facts.
That's facts. That is the number one thing. And I try, when I go to a Black business, because I go to a lot of them intentionally.
Yeah.
I don't, if they giving bad customer service or bad product, I don't blast them. Like, I'll talk to the manager as a Black person. Hey, I come here because I'm supporting you. This is for me to help you. I'm giving you some objectivity on what's going on here, how people may see it. I don't go on social media like, hey, don't go to so-and-so because they,
Right.
I don't do that because
service
we
is
don't do that to
trash.
Walmart.
The
We
food
don't
is
do that to
trash.
McDonald's.
For one bad experience, right?
Or rather than, and then to me, it's more about grace, right? If we have been so far behind, then we got to give grace to get caught up and to learn how to do things. It's just like the 49ers had to sell the team, the owner. He sold it to his daughter's his daughter's husband. His daughter, but her husband ran it. And he didn't know how to run it. He never ran a team before. So when he first got the team, he was charging them for Gatorade. They was like, yo, what's going on? 10 years. It took him 10 years to learn how to run
he was
a team.
already ahead in the game.
Exactly. So I use that to say we got to learn, but we also got to, when a person comes to the manager and say, hey, this is going on. Like I've been to Devin's spot before, like, Devin, yo, this is what happened. He's like, oh, that's what happened. I'm going to make sure I get it straight for you. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't be like, yo, don't go to Devin's spot. It was this bad. I just told him and he got it straight. So we got to give each other grace with that same start understanding. But we also, I always tell my daughter, you can't ask for something and not give something. We going to give your business owners grace, but y'all got to hold your business, your staff accountable too. Right?
True.
Yeah, that's huge. And I think that one of the things that people do is in black business, they blame ownership.
Right.
In non-black business, they blame the employee or the particular product. They individualize it.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that works.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's not that people weren't trained.
It's that they chose.
To do different.
Exactly.
So you blame, and a lot of times people will leave and never tell you what happened.
Yeah.
I just
That's true.
If not yesterday, before yesterday, I had two ladies that came into the restaurant, and they were like, "Yeah, we hadn't been here in a whole year." She was like, and she told me what happened. She said, "Oh my God, we're having such a good time right now. Like we can't wait to come back." And so, we had a dress code situation with her, and she was, very hurt. It was her birthday, etc. But they left and didn't talk to anyone, and they held it against us. Mm-hmm. And I always say, to your point, Quinn, is that, hey, go talk to someone, because that may just be that individual that's providing poor service. Could have been a bad batch of food. Stuff happens, right? However, if we don't take, and this is a bigger thing when we look at black business, because we have individualized everything in black America, we don't understand that black business is a key required interest of black community, because it hires everybody and it builds wealth. It'll give you the fair shot at opportunity. Whereas with other people, most likely they're not going to. And we're not looking at our businesses as required for us. We're looking at them as optional, because we got
100%.
We got white America. We have America available. So it's not a big deal if your business succeeds or fails. I don't care. Mm-hmm. I don't care about the white, whoever. But for us, we have to make it important. It has to be vital for us,
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a real good point. Very good point. Because I don't think a lot of people do understand that, like you said, it builds wealth, and we hire. Because I remember one of my good friends is a business owner, and he had a situation where the young boy lied to him, didn't come to work, lied to him, or stole something. He knew he stole it, but he's going to fire him. But then he remembered his mom came to him like, yo, his daddy don't mess with him. He needs his job.
Correct.
So he talked to him because he saw himself in him. Mm-hmm. If you don't see yourself in, if it would have been the opposite way, if it would have been a white person that the young black boy stole from, they would have fired him.
Correct.
This guy, shout out to Carl, we interviewed him on the show. He said, hey, I'm not going to fire you, but listen, be honest with me, tell me the truth. You don't have to steal from me. If you need something, come to me and I'll help you. Mm-hmm. And this is a lesson learned. So I agree with that, because that is important. Mm-hmm. Like I said, grace got to be all around for all of us, for the owner, for the employee, for the client, for all of them need grace, and we all got to give each other grace.
If we have the mindset that this is in our vital black national interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't feel that way, so we don't care. We turn up on some. We don't care what goes on in that business. We go act how we want to act and leave, right? Yeah. But you make an excellent point, Quinn, because this is what our mission is to really give black men and women the opportunity. Growing up in Vegas, and I know that probably the three of us can attest. I never got to work in a black-owned business growing up.
Right.
I I may have saw some black-owned businesses, and it didn't necessarily always register.
Yeah.
Nobody ever talked to me about it.
Sure, yeah.
So what's
That's
important is that we make sure that we have a generation of black young people that are getting checks signed by somebody that look like them, that they can depend on their direct deposit to hit on time every week, and then that give them the comfort to go buy a car, go on a vacation, get finance for a home from a black-owned business. And what that does psychologically to a people, that now they can begin to think bigger and aspire for greater things.
Just you saying that, the way you just said that, never thought about it that way. Ever.
We never thought about that. We had Jimmy's, right? Jimmy's was right
Yeah,
there
we
on
did.
Hart Street. But I never thought about it, even though Devin said that. I never thought about all this. And we had throwers, right? And
Big 8?
Big 8, yeah. My grandma worked at Big 8. So we had a couple, but we never thought about it like, oh, this is a black business. This is something in the community. So, and like when we started school, like I said, my daddy went to school on the west side. He went to the west side school. But when we started, we had to go bust far out. So we never thought about like what Devin said. And Killer Mike always talk about how he only saw black people. He said, my heroes and my villains was black. In Atlanta when I was coming up. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And that goes to the point of Devin, like when you say black, because I remember I got a homeboy. He was talking about why niggas always come up to me wanting a job. I said, hold on. We work for a good company and we could give another black man a job. You think the white man don't give his wife's nephew or brother the job? Right. I said, but you mad because somebody trying to get a job because they know you got to get a job. I said, we got to get rid of that thinking. Shout out to my boy, but I ain't going to say your name, but we got to get rid of that thinking. So Devin brings up, I guess it's just the thinking we have to change the thinking and the mentality, but it starts with our children.
Yeah.
We got to teach them.
We do. And it's not where, and that's the baseline. I always say, taking care of your family is the baseline.
That should be done anyway,
right?
Like you saying. Right.
That's what we're supposed to do. The challenge of us is that's where that's the only thing we do. We don't go to say community is key to my family or is an extension of my family. So what happens is we feel like we got a pat on the back because we raise our son to play good football.
Right.
So I did a good job as a daddy. There's a short story that I tell often because it was the story was told to me, and it was a brother who raised his son got all A's, top athlete, went to college, D1 college. Son came home, going to his junior year. Came home to hang. He was hanging out during the summertime. Went out, kicked it. His dad was asleep in the room. Whenever his dad woke up because he saw some sirens. Right? He saw some sirens. So his dad looked up, didn't say nothing, went back to bed. About 10 minutes later, sirens got closer. He was like, oh, shoot. Went to the bathroom, went back to bed. Sirens, then he heard the sirens. He decided to go look out his window, walked down to the corner, and ended up finding out that it was somebody that had got killed. Got close to the scene. Lady ran up to him and told him it was his son. Months later, they found out that it was the kid 2 doors down that killed the son. The father said on a TV interview, how do you feel about all this? He said, my biggest mistake was I didn't raise the boy 2 doors down. And this is the crux of our situation, is that we're only focused on our household, not the household that didn't have the father, not the household that didn't have food.
They used to do that.
The village.
They used to do that.
We used to. I grew up in a neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
We grew up in Valley View.
We grew up in the same neighborhood.
And I remember, them passing over sugar across the,
You doing something wrong, Miss Cruz gonna tell your granny, hey, Quinn was out there.
I'm gonna whoop you.
Your granddaughters have some boys out in front. Yeah,
man, for real. They used to quote unquote snitch. Yeah, Devin right down here because my mom would be walking down the street yelling my name with a belt in her hand. Right.
So that's true.
Because we don't live around each other.
Right. That's true. That's very true.
And we don't understand how to still have the
community
group. Community mindset with now us living all around all other areas.
And a lot of us try to get away from the black neighborhoods.
That's a whole other problem.
Go back to it and build it like Nipsey. Rest in peace to Nip. But I agree with everything Devin said. This is a good talk. We're going to have another. We're going to have to have you come back because we didn't
bring him back on a Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday will be a good day, but I don't know if it's good for him. He be busy.
I make time for you, man.
For sure.
For y'all, for that.
But this was a good talk. And all right, so tell them where they can find you, your socials and all that, if they want to get in contact, if they want to do something. whatever.
One, my open place of business. We do own a restaurant and lounge, Mariposa Casino and Cocktails, 2575 South Decatur Boulevard, which that's on the corner of Sahara Decatur. Socials, Mariposa Cocina LV. My personal social, I am Devin Moore. Black Vegas Events is another social handle. Eat Black Vegas is another social. I have a bunch of social handles because I'm really bullish on social media.
Yeah.
Wednesdays, we focus on Black group economics with a networking event from 4 to 7, where currently we're reimagining a new Black Vegas because obviously Vegas has changed so much and we don't know how to handle those that have moved in, natives, those who are just peeking in for a moment. We don't know how to handle that. So you can find us there and you can find me there. I appreciate the opportunity, though, man. And
no problem.
Of course,
Appreciate
on this great platform that's Black owned, to which I, hold in high esteem as well.
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you for coming.
I heard that Sunday brunch was your thing, though.
Look,
brunches used to be lit.
Brunch we do about 700 people on average on Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday brunch we do about 500 people, and so we get so many tourists, man, from around the country.
Yeah.
That they always like, oh man, you guys remind me of Houston and Atlanta. And okay, cool, thank you. We appreciate it. So we're just trying to do our best to service our community and be the Black culture hub in the city.
All right, thank you. That's Devin Moore, ladies and gentlemen. Shug, take us out while I put on this Young Tragic.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the Undrafted Allstarz.
Boss lady, we need 4 hours.
Host, Big Shug, a.k.a.
Like
Shug Doses the Great, a.k.a. me tell your friends about me with my bro host.
Q Mecca, 2 texts up. Tragic gonna hold you down. And our guest,
special guest, Mr. Devin Moore. We appreciate you, big homie.
We out of here, y'all. Only thing we need more of is
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot 702.5fm.com.